Good morning. Hello. I think Kenya has spoken too much. Um, you know, at this AI age, we equally look very bright or equally look stupid. But I think we are looking good, and I will not spend a lot of time. I first want to appreciate our friends, both from Africa and from outside. We have, not in any order, I'm a guy who breaks protocol, as I said last night. So we have His Excellency Mohammed Maloud, Minister, Council in charge of Economic and Financial Affairs, Sahrawi Arab Republic. Makofi jameni. We also have Honorable Joyce Sebugwayo, Minister ICT, Uganda. We also have His Excellency Mohammed Liman Ali, Ambassador, Sahrawi Arabic Republic. We have Honorable Jamal Hassan, Telecommunications Minister, Somalia. Ambassador Alfred Msemuna, Zambia. First Secretary Natali from Zambia. DJ Alfred Note, Minister ICT, Ghana. Yani hamutaki kupiga makofi? Miss Linda Najila, Director Minister of ICT, Namibia. Stefan, Germany Embassy, Your Excellency. And finally, High Excellency Gentiana Sabu from Romania. Allow me just to break the bottom of Kenyan stories and ask our friends, not in any order, just to come up and say 2 words, starting with the Minister of Somalia. Karibu, ndugu.
Well, thank you, Mr. Minister. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to stand before you here in Diani for Connected Africa Summit 2025, gathered under the inspiring theme, the digital journey, vision to reality. The focus could not be more fitting across our continent. Across our continent, bold digital ambitions are steadily catalyzing into concrete services, jobs, and opportunities. But only when we translate vision into infrastructure, skills, and collaborative policy. Today, therefore, it's not merely a conference, it's a working platform where African leaders and innovators join forces to turn aspiration into action. Allow me to say how delighted I am to be back for my second consecutive year at the Connected Africa Summit. Last year's gathering in Nairobi was both engaging and deeply informative, giving us fresh perspectives on emerging technologies and the power of public-private partnerships. The insights and new relationships we forged there have been very fruitful. I look forward to building on that momentum over the next few years. Above all, the spirit that animates this summit is regional cooperation. Digital transformation is intrinsically borderless. Fiber routes link our capitals, data centers exchange traffic, cyber threats do not stop at customs, and opportunities of AI, e-commerce, and fintech reach their full potential only when markets interconnect. It's by aligning spectrum policy, mutual recognizing digital ID frameworks, and sharing best practices that we will unlock the economies of scale necessary to move from pilots to platforms, turning our collective vision into a shared African reality. I look forward to rich discussions ahead and to working with each of you to ensure that when we meet again next year, we can report measurable region-wide programs inspired by the deliberations we begin today. Thank you, and I wish us all a productive Connected Africa Summit.
Makofi jameni, eh? Let's welcome His Excellency Mohammed Maulud from Sarawa. By the way, I've been invited to go there. It's not only Trump who knows how to dance.
Thank you, my friend William Kabogo, Waziri of Technology of Communication. I'm very glad to be with you for the second conference which I participate in. I was in Nairobi the past year, and I'm here with you in Diani. Thank you, because I come from Sahara Republic. It's very far from here, but I come to be connected with you in your voluntary, in your important work to push Africa to be connected. Our solution is the African intelligence, supported by the African young people, the African governance, good governance, and the intelligence, artificial intelligence. So we must be intelligent, must be connected, and must be clear in our objective. We have African Union as an important instrument to aid us to realize our politics in this in the technology process, technology advance, and that is our common voluntary. So thank you for your invitation, and I invite you, my minister, my waziri, Kabogo, to come to our country, and all the ministers are here. They are invited to come to our country. Thank you very much.
Heavy clap. Is that the heaviest we can do? Yeah. Allow me now to invite Miss Linda Najiala from Zambia. Karibu. Namibia, sorry.
Very good morning to everybody. Honorable Minister, thank you so much for inviting me to address this house. I'm so excited. I was last in Kenya in 2013, and I've since loved the tea. So Thank you very much. I think, first of all, allow me to really extend my appreciation to the government of the Republic of Kenya for the hospitality accorded to me since I arrived in this country until this very moment. As a continent, we ought to work together to collaborate. Our work is bigger than being here at this gathering. We need to network. We need to forge partnerships. I think the previous speakers spoke about the issue of cyber security, cyber crimes. The crimes are borderless. How do we work together and ensure that our continent is safe? I'm excited to be here. Looking at the declaration that was signed on digital transformation, to indicate as a country that we also have launched our national digital strategy, which was approved by cabinet, and we are excited to really see how can we partner. One of the focus areas, and it ties in very well with this event, is the digital infrastructure, the digital skills. I heard about the digital skills or digital literacy curriculum that will be launched. So I'm looking forward to really take home many lessons from here. Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to network and really learn from all the member states of our continent. Thank you.
Thank you. My president made me minister and told me that there will be two PSs with me. But you know, if they come here, I'll be the tallest. I don't know how, my president is a genius. And allow me to welcome you to Kenya on behalf of our president, Dr. William Ruto, and the entire Republic of Kenya and the good people of Kenya. Finally, allow me to invite Gigi Alfred Dotey from the Ministry of ICT, Ghana.
Good morning. This was my first time here, and I think it's an opportunity for me to learn a bit more and to get to know what this program is about more, and to see which kind of synergies we can put together to ensure that we work together as Africans. I think that technology is borderless, and so is technological crime. It's important that we look at cybersecurity as being very critical to all that we do and build on it. This is a very unique opportunity for Africans to rise together and to promote the continent. As the saying goes, if you want to run fast, you run alone. If you want to run far, you run together. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We shall have a representative from the Sierra Leone, please. Whoever speaks on behalf of the delegation. Madam. Thank you. Heavy clap, Sierra Leone.
Distinguished guests, good morning. It's a pleasure to stand here before you today. I'm the Deputy Director General of the National Telecommunications Authority in Sierra Leone. Although I was not initially scheduled to speak, I'm honored by the warm insistence of the Connected Africa team to say a few words. On behalf of Sierra Leone, I bring greetings and solidarity to all gathered here in pursuit of Africa's digital advancement. This summit is a powerful reminder that our continent is not only participating in the digital revolution, but helping to shape its future. We at NATCA remain committed to working with partners across Africa to ensure connectivity is inclusive, affordable, and transformative. Thank you for having me, and I look forward to discussions ahead.
I apologize for ambush. It's just the nature of things. And I said Kenya had spoken too much, and I thought it's good to hear Africa, isn't it? How many agree with me? Ah, well done. I'm out of it. So I'll call my friend, the ambassador for Romania, Your Excellency Sarbu.
Good morning to everyone, and thank you so much, my dear friend, Minister, and all protocol observed. Dear participants, as proud Muzungu Balozi, I'm addressing to you in a very short phrase. I want to say that it's a huge responsibility of the sector in order to decrease the problems, a huge problem as we have as the world. Now it's a big problem, the differences between rich and poor. To be very simple explained. And all this consequent and simultaneous global crisis worsens the situation. So if we talk about equity, and we have a panel on this, on connecting, on digitalizing, on accessing the internet, the wonderful tools offered by advanced technologies, we have to be aware about the fact that with connection comes also some challenges. So we have good side, and we have the good internet, we have the dark internet. So all of this should be solved in meanwhile. When we talk about transformation, as we talked today, it's about also how we see in the future ourselves, together, separated. Always somebody which is ahead and we are behind. No, we have to be together if we want to solve the global problems. So not only Africa, but also Europe. Romania is ready to be part of this effort. And because of the values. If we really believe in values, we have to act in consequence. If not, they are just words. So for this reason, we have to work all together, the governments, also the NGOs, the companies, to come together to go in the same direction. If not, it will be not possible to develop. And we'll have organized crime few steps ahead of the governments. Its main challenge now is disinformation. The first challenge to the democracies is disinformation, and AI is used to make this disinformation. So, but AI can also act against disinformation. So let's work together, let's put together our efforts and go ahead and develop our world in a proper way. Thank you so much.
Isn't it true we would have denied you a lot of information? Isn't it true? Why then don't you clap for me? You know, Romania is, that little corner of Africa. Romania is part of Africa because we work with them. Have a clap for our friends of Romania. We'll start with Honorable George from Uganda, representing the minister who was with us last night. Karibu Ndugu.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, honorable colleagues, the ministers, members of parliament in the House, ambassadors, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies from my minister, Honorable Joyce Sebugwao, who had to fly back to Uganda to handle a certain emergency. She sends her apologies. We are excited as Uganda to be here. We led a team of professionals and board members from the UCC. Can you stand up and wave to our people? The chairman of board, Dr. Basaza, Engineer Agoy, a board member of the UCC, Susan Wegoye, the corporation secretary of the UCC, and others. Kenya is very important to Uganda. All of us know this. If getting connected physically is very important to Uganda, then getting connected digitally is even more important. Like the saying goes, digitally connected, when Kenya sneezes, in Uganda, we don't only catch a cold, but we get a real headache. So we are always excited to be here, to follow the conversation, to follow the innovations taking place in Kenya. And you are such amazing neighbors who are always ready to share with your young brothers. Uganda is always proud to learn from you, and we are always ready to collaborate. I was here in 2015 when this was starting small, personally, when I was the Minister of ICT in Uganda. I'm happy to be back 10 years down the road as the Executive Director of the UCC, when the thing I saw growing in this infancy is now becoming bigger and real African. Africa, we must wake up. We are on our own. Thank you.
Finally, I'll invite our brother from Djibouti to close this session for us. Karibu, Dogo.
Thank you, everybody. I apologize to the majority of guests here for speaking in French as I feel comfortable. Sorry, je vais dire quelques mots ici en français parce que la langue française est notre langue officielle à Djibouti et nous nous sentons un peu à l'aise. Je suis honoré de représenter ma ministre de l'économie numérique et de l'innovation à participer au sommet africain de la connectivité. C'est notre première participation. Nous avons déjà participé hier, avant-hier, à l'autre conférence à côté et nous en tirons pas mal. Nous avons déjà commencé à faire grand-chose à Djibouti, même si le ministère est tout nouveau. Il n'a que 3-4 ans d'existence. Et les travaux que nous avons effectués à Djibouti sont pour nous très très importants. Nous avons décidé de participer à ces sommets pour acquérir encore d'autres connaissances qui nous manquaient un peu. Et je suis ravi de participer parmi vous et d'apporter chez moi les minimums de connaissances que j'aurai acquis ici. Je vous remercie.
Thank you, je me parle français. It's fun to live in this world. You know, when I was sitting there and listening to my colleagues from the ministry, I was hating AI because I knew whatever it is they will say is exactly almost what I would say. So, Chair, don't feel alone. You did very well for a second week. Very, very well. A clap for our chair. So I really do not want to take more time. I want to just say I associate myself with the sentiments given by the ministry, given by ICTA, and everyone else from Kenya. I have a clap from them because that's exactly what I wanted to say. So I really do not want to bother you or make you wonder what sort of a leader am I if I continue repeating what it is that people have said. But a challenge to you young innovators. Next time we meet, I probably will have someone who has a gadget that listens to what PS Tanu is saying, what ICTA CEO is saying. I feed my proposed speech there, and quickly, before I'm called, it reorganizes and tells me to say what has not been said. Because as I said, we will equally look clever. And mostly that is not the case. So allow me to just say one or two things, what I expect us to do from here. You know, they've been referring to Africa and some other nations as South. I tell you, one time they will refer to Africa as a giant of digitality in the world. And I know that is coming. So we pull up our socks, we get together. Sometimes I hope we can close our boundaries for some time and just deal with ourselves in here in Africa. Having said that, and knowing that all they said was me, allow me not to say what I wanted to say and read one message from a young man who is in here. And he says, Waziri, Minister, AI in the next 5 years will be all over the place. Everyone trying out everything. But the real disruption will come between 2030 and 2040. And this young man is not a witch, neither is he crazy. Because he knows, he can sense what's going to happen. And that's when things will get serious. Jobs will be lost, and those who don't embrace AI will be left behind. By then, AI won't be a luxury, it will be a basic necessity. I think he felt that didn't hit because I never replied. He sent another one. He said, over the next 5 years, many AI companies will burn through investor money without turning a profit. But just like in the personal computer era, where many failed, while a few like Apple, Samsung, Facebook, and others became giants. A handful of AI companies will build real business and make massive gains. I am hoping that from these platforms, Africa will be the ones that will make the real gains as opposed to just looking at the West. That is just about it from me. I promise I will not bore you. I just want to now to declare this summit officially opened. And we do not take our friends and partners for granted. We truly appreciate your presence here in Africa. And they have the investors who are here. I have seen Airtel, I've seen Safaricom, and many others, Google. We're all here for the good of Africa and for the good of humanity. Thank you, and God bless you.